hola, how are you? So I have a question for you. And it is a very, very simple question, but it's a question I think that you, especially you, need to make sure that you're asking yourself right this very minute. And the question is, how much more time are you willing to waste staying in the place where you're at? And so here's the reason why I asked this question. And I actually want to tell you a little bit of a backstory behind, because, you know, I like kind of sharing little backstories here and there and giving you some, you know, I don't know, like personal experience and things that might be going on. So I have had this computer where I'm recording this video for about 5 years now. So it's been a while. And obviously a computer, especially me, where I also design, is really, really important for me to be able to do my work. And I've been procrastinating on getting a new one because this one has been working, you know, pretty well. Like, it's not like it's a disaster, but it's been working pretty well. But this week I was working on some things for my #1 client, who happens to be my husband. And so if you don't know, my husband is a singer and he's about to release a new song, new video, new everything. And I had to go in and design a whole bunch of his stuff, right? Like, you know, like just update his website, update some of his things for brand and everything. So by the way, side note, this is my only single client that I have right now. And I'm not planning on taking any more on this capacity at least. Anyway, so, you know, I was working on his stuff, and obviously these are things that are quite heavy, right? Like photos and videos and all these things. And something that usually might take me like maybe an hour, yesterday took me 4 or 5 hours. And I was so frustrated. And there was a point where I told my husband, like, you know, this is such a waste of time. I could be doing so much more productive stuff with my time right now if I didn't have to just wait for things to load in my computer. And it just got me to think of what some of the people that I know out there are suffering as well, and how I even have suffered in the past in my own business. And it kind of connects with a message that I got from one of my clients yesterday, I think, saying something like, Fabi, it would have taken me a decade to do what you just did in 1 day. So I think that the question that you need to ask yourself is, how much more time are you going to waste doing these things that you shouldn't be doing, instead of focusing on just living and creating and doing the things that feel good for you? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you shouldn't be worried about building your website and marketing and doing all this stuff. The only thing that you actually should be concerned about in your business is serving your clients. Like, literally working with your clients, working for them, creating content that inspires you, doing Facebook Lives whenever you feel like doing Facebook Lives, and doing these things when they feel good, but not having to worry about like tech stuff, or what to do in Canva, or how to get more clients. And like, even that is something that you shouldn't be worried about. What you should be worried about serving. It's like if you were a doctor and you'd have to worry about, like, you know, making sure that the patients are paying and making sure that the patients are coming in. Like, if you're a doctor, the only thing that you need to be focused on is like operating that knee or whatever it is that you're doing, like, and learning more about how to become a better doctor and how to operate knees more efficiently and how to do like better, yeah, I don't know, understand patients better, whatever it is. I don't know, I'm not a doctor, but you get what I mean. You know, like, that is what you're supposed to be doing right now with your time, not wasting your time trying to like work in your business instead of working on your business. You know what I mean? Like, you have essentially become your own employee, you know, doing all these little tasks, all these little things that you really shouldn't be doing right now, because your focus should be 100% on serving, on expanding, on learning how to improve whatever craft it is that you have, on enjoying yourself and enjoying the work that you're doing every single day. That's what you should be doing, not wasting your time just because you're dabbling. Like, literally, you're dabbling. You're not committing 100% to saying, okay, I need to do whatever the heck it takes for me to be able to take my business to the next level, you know, for me to be able to reach the place where I really, really want to reach. And that's it. Like, you're dabbling. So I think that the important thing is for you to look at everything that you're doing right now. And I would probably encourage you to do this exercise. Like for the next day or so, literally sit down and write down, okay, what is the list of things that I do every single day? You know, business-wise, administrative, marketing, like, and how much of your time are you spending on doing the things that you actually love doing, and on serving and on learning and in being inspired and in flow and doing the things that feel good? And how much of your time are you spending like learning crap that you're never gonna learn? You know, it's funny because I read this message a couple of days ago, like this meme that somebody sent, like, oh, something like, another day went by without me having to use like the minimum common denominator. Like, shoot, you know what I mean? I just thought it was kind of hilarious. And sometimes we're spending all this, and obviously I don't want to bash high school or middle school or I don't remember when we learned minimum common denominator or whatever. Like, I don't want to bash that math or whatever. But sometimes we're learning these things and we're spending all this time with this tech stuff and this complicated crap that we're never going to use and we're not really going to need. Especially we can have somebody by your side looking in and saying, hey, this is what's going on. You know, I'm just working with a new client right now who is by all means more of an expert in brand strategy than I am. Like, she is legit amazing, right? Has done, like, she literally has spent hundreds and thousands of dollars in her business working with anybody and everybody that you can imagine, certifications on like branding and all these things. And she still went and hired me because she said, Fabi, I have all this knowledge. I'm great at doing this for my clients, but I still have a hard time defining who I am and what it is that I do. Because sometimes, even when you're that expert, you still need somebody from the outside looking in and telling you, hey, this is the direction. I spent all day today working on her brand and working on a few different things and really noticing, okay, actually, this is who she was. She was a little bit, like, not that far off, but, you know, this is direction. And I keep on thinking, if she wouldn't have worked with me, if she wouldn't have hired me and me kind of looking in and working for her and just doing the work for her, I wonder how much more time she was gonna waste and how much more money, because this is a person that spent literally over $200,000 in her businesses and still kind of unsure of how to position herself. How much more time and money was she gonna spend because of ego? Because it's like, oh, I can figure it out myself. So she got to a point where she's like, you know what, Fabi, I'm done with ego. I just need somebody by my side telling me what it is that I can't see, because, you know, I can't see the color of my own eyes. I need somebody by my side. So the point of all this is sit down, look at everything that you're doing in your own business right this very minute. Write down all the tasks, all the little things, all the big things. Like, even if you could do it for a whole week, and think about how much of your time are you spending doing what you actually love doing. You know, it kind of reminds me, going back to what I was telling you a little bit earlier about my husband, how he always says that sometimes he feels like the thing that he does the least as a singer is actually sing, because a lot of what happens in his career is just PR and marketing. So he's like, you know, I wish that I could spend more time just singing. And, you know, sometimes it's just like, okay, maybe hire a social media marketing team that can handle your social media and handle all these different things so that you can just spend your time doing the things that you love. So again, look at what you're doing and commit. Stop dabbling. Commit so that you can stop wasting time and start doing the things that you're actually meant to be doing, and not the things that you're just kind of like, well, let me just go in that direction. That's it. That's my message for today, and I hope to see you guys again later.